Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me well? Okay. Welcome to CEED Global Annual Conference, Sofia, Bulgaria, 2016. It's with great pleasure and honor to meet you here, and thank you for coming. It's a bit emotional for me, this whole conference, because it's been 10 years since we started this whole CEED, and it all started here in Sofia, Bulgaria. So bear with me, it's a big moment for us. In a way, it's a birthday party. So I still remember the days when Peter, Tom, and I was sitting in a small room, conference room, brainstorming about different ideas, how we start this, and what are the needs of small entrepreneurs, what are the demands out there, digging through the different surveys and analysis, and here we are today. I mean, look at you guys. We have people from 17 countries, 4 continents, Washington, D.C. That's a different planet, you know. And it's amazing. I'm really proud to have so many people around this. And here comes the question. What happens next? Where are we going? Are you ready for the next decade? Are you? Come on, I cannot hear you. Are you ready? Okay, thank you. Thanks. Good. I sure am, not because I read the script of this conference and I've seen all the presentations, so this makes me a bit smarter. But I'm as much ready I was 10 years ago when we were starting this. And I will tell you, back then, funny, fancy words like entrepreneurship, ecosystem, and fire startups, and fire pitches, and startups were not even invented back then. So here we are today, and I'm really proud to say that in a lot of places where we work and where we operate, CEED, surely we're on the forefront of this development, and CEED truly is a leader and a pioneer in a lot of places, spearheading the entrepreneurship network and ecosystem. Macedonia, Morocco, Tunisia, all those places, they're really good, doing great stuff. And for those who didn't yell, who are not ready yet, I can assure you that by the end of today, we lined up a great team of speakers here. So they come here to share with us their insights, their ideas. So I'm sure we'll have something to learn. And you'll go home a little bit prepared and ready for the future. And in closing, let me ask you 2 things, guys, really, that I want from this conference. Because end of the day, it's not my conference, it's your conference. And I want you, number one, I want to be proactive, be participatory, engage, challenge our speakers. Let's make this fun. End of the day, it's our birthday, so let's make a little fun today. And the second thing I would like to ask you is, really, I keep saying this on every training and every seminar we do. I want you to take something out of this, to take home. Tomorrow when you go back home, I want you to take at least one thing from this conference. I don't want this to be just another boring conference you've been, although I've promised this to be great, to beat Morocco from last year, but we'll see that. But really, I want you to pick one thing and take this back home. Make a new friendship, take one business card, one business lead, one business idea, anything. Just pick up and take away something. And when I say take away, I don't mean doggy bags here, and although we have great food coming up later on. So with this, really, I want you to be empowered, encouraged, engaged. Please share your opinions, challenge us, and as we say, our motto for the 10 years has been power through know-how and networks. It will truly stay the same, and Really, let's get ready. Let's get prepared. Thank you. And now I want to introduce the next speaker, my dear friend and colleague, the architect of CEED Network, the Small Enterprise Assistance Fund board member, and CEED Global Director, Peter Righi.
Thank you so much, Nikki. It's great to be back here in Sofia. It's been a few years. And as Nikki said, I really can't believe it's been 10 years. It's just gone by so fast. When Nikki said, hey, Pete, I want you to make a few comments at the beginning of the session, I said, great, I'll do that. And as you can see, I put some together. And then I showed it to Nikki, and he said, you're going to suck up all the oxygen in the room. So I promised to be brief. But I think it's important to make a few points here just at the beginning. First of all, let me just, as a matter of protocol, thank our sponsors, because without our sponsors and partners, we couldn't do the things that we do. So I would like to thank, first and foremost, the United States Agency for International Development, in particular the Regional Economic Growth Project, for their support for this event here today, the Small Enterprise Assistance Funds, for whom I work, the America for Bulgaria Foundation, Turkish Airlines, which is our conference official airline, and UniCredit Bull Bank, as well as other local media and event partners. Now, many of you are familiar with CEED, or you're a CEED member. But for those of you who are not, I can summarize what we do in one simple phrase: improve lives through entrepreneurship. At CEED, we develop communities of growth entrepreneurs with an emphasis on early and second stage companies. And we help you navigate the landscape of building a thriving business with relevant knowledge, customer connections, peer community, and access to the capital that you need to get where you want to go. We believe that a better connected, more engaged entrepreneurs that are part of a strong community are more successful at their work and much more beneficial for society at large. And our decade of working in this space has really proved this thesis true. We have a number of great programs, whether it's through our memberships or through our projects, and I think it's important just to get a little bit of perspective. You know, just as a point of reference now, CEED is on the ground now in 14 countries, if you include our presence in the United States. And we run events and trainings and envoys in over 20 other countries. We started as a pilot here with Nikki in Bulgaria about 10 years ago, and now we have 3,000 active members, and we've trained 17,000 entrepreneurs through the membership and the projects. So on average, CEED is running a training, a meetup, a conference, a network event, a happy hour, a speaker session over 500 times a year throughout the network. So we're very active and moving into more emerging and developing markets. So if you want to learn more about what we're doing, there are plenty of CEED representatives here today. I would encourage you to look at their badge, see who they are and where they work, and ask them about what we do. As Nikki mentioned, we have a great lineup for you today, and I won't go into too much detail, but you know, I'm very proud that we were able to get Eric Schoenberg and Jim Steichleather from Inc. Magazine and Dell Corporation to spend some of their time with us and come all the way over here from the United States. I think you'll be pretty inspired by what they have to say. But as Nikki mentioned, you know, what's the point of this event? The point of this event is for you. It's for you. It's to meet, it's to network, it's to hang out with, it's to ask questions of the different people who are here. You know, use it to your advantage. That's what I do when I go to other people's events, and that's definitely what I do when I come to ours. At this point, not to take up any more of the oxygen in the room, Nikki, I'd like to introduce our moderator for today's sessions, Steve Keel. Steve is an Aussie by birth, I think Bulgarian by choice. He has a great experience in IT in both Australia and in Bulgaria, and I'm really delighted to have him moderate today's session. So I thank you all for your time. I ask you to sit back, relax, and enjoy, and participate. And without further ado, Steve, I turn it over to you.